What's up, guys? And today is Double Ken. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be discussing how one part, not just one part of your life, but how pretty much every aspect of your life can be fucked up if you overinvest into a relationship, a female, a marriage. This can apply for if you're an older guy, younger guy, it doesn't matter, because pretty much female nature affects all men of all races and ages in the same negative way. So I pretty much don't have a list, but I'm pretty much just going to go on a rant or whatever you want to call it or consider it to be. So let's just get right into it, man. This is just not from my experience, really. This is just basically, it is based off my personal experiences, but also from seeing other men that I know life get fucked up as well, in every aspect. So when you overinvest into a female, especially if she's not willing to put that effort back into you, when you overinvest into a female, essentially what happens is, you're going to drain yourself, dude. You're going to fucking drain yourself. You're going to drain your time. You're going to drain your finances. Really, those are the three main categories that you're going to drain. Your finances, your energy, and your time. Okay? Because what's happening is she's the only one that's benefiting. At that point, she's the only one that's benefiting. You may be benefiting. Maybe you're getting the fuck. Maybe she's sucking your dick. Maybe she's fucking you. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's cheating on you. Who knows, right? But when you overinvest into a female, a marriage, a relationship, or whatever, it does not just fuck up one aspect of your life. It trickles down into other areas because you can't focus. You feel like shit. You have low confidence about yourself. You're not motivated in life, and you're depressed. This is not a video. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, so you're blaming everything on women. No, I'm blaming the effects of men overinvesting into a female or a marriage or a relationship. It fucks up almost everything. You got something good going on for yourself, you could forget about that shit because that shit's going to fuck up too. You making good money. Okay, you overinvest, you get depressed. She breaks your heart, she leaves you, she cheats. She decides, hey, I don't want to be here anymore for whatever dumb reason, like women usually do. You're done. Okay, you're not going to be motivated anymore. Most likely. It's going to take you probably a while to get back on track. You're going to feel like shit. Maybe you gain weight. Maybe you get fat. And you let yourself go. Because you simply got depressed because you over-invested into somebody that was not giving you the same effort back. And you thought maybe at some point she'd come along. You thought maybe at some point it'd get better. But that didn't happen. So, yeah, you fucked up. Secondly, what I'll say is, when you overinvest into a female, what you're essentially doing, and a lot of guys, and I'm guilty of this too, what you're doing, bro, is you're letting her know that you have no options. You're letting her know that it's okay for you to be disrespected. You're letting her know, hey, I'm here for you no matter what. Don't do that shit. That's some bitch ass pussy shit, right? And a lot of guys don't realize that that's where they fuck up, right? You're letting her know, hey, I have no other option, so I'm here for you regardless. She's not going to be there for you regardless. So why the fuck are you going to do the same thing? Why? She's not there for you regardless. So what the fuck? A woman's attraction and love is conditional. Even her attraction is conditional, meaning that she's only attracted to you under certain situations. She's only attracted to you under the circumstance that you don't forget your identity, your persona, your swag, that you don't stop providing, that you don't stop making X amount of money, that you don't stop giving her these highs and emotional roller coasters and this excitement that she first got when she saw you. Women, that's the thing about women too. They want you to be that exciting character 24/7 all the time. You can't be him all the time. Nobody can. And women want that. This is why I say a lot of times women's expectations is very unrealistic for men. We can't be that fucking character all the time. You first meet most women first meet this high status guy in the beginning, and he's so badass. She has a kid with him. He gets, they get married. He gains a little bit of weight. Now, from this mysterious sort of badass guy who had all this bravado previously, now he's just regular Tom. He's just regular Brad. He's just, regular person now, walking around the house with his bathrobe on, with mustard stains and his house shoes on. And she sees that, and she's now getting slowly unattracted to that, because now she thinks, oh, this guy's not badass anymore. When in reality, he is. Most of the time in situations like this, men are confused. It's like, I'm taking care of the kids, the house is paid, everything's going well, I buy her everything she wants. That's the fucking problem. She doesn't see you as that same badass character as when you guys first met. Although you may be doing everything you're supposed to do, she doesn't necessarily count that as something to be attracted to, because she looks at it as like something you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of the kids. You're supposed to pick up the kids from school. You're supposed to mow the lawn. You're supposed to do all this shit, right? So over-investing lets her know you have no options. And here's a dark truth about a lot of women that guys don't know. If a woman ever finds out, whether you're in a marriage or a relationship, young or old, if your girl, and I'm talking to you, motherfucker, you right now, yes, you motherfucker, I'm talking to you. If your girl ever finds out that you have no options other than her, you're cooked. You're fucking cooked, because what that does psychologically to a woman's brain, it's a turnoff. Because instead of thinking logically like, oh, he has no options, he's all for me, they don't think like that. A woman's brain goes, well, he has no options, he's not really desirable to other women, so why should I find him desirable? Have I been with someone undesirable this entire time? Is he not wanted by other women? Women love men who are desired by other women. It's sort of like a sign of social proof. Not, they don't like men who have little to no options, because what that says is he's not desirable to other women. I'm the only woman who finds him desirable. And women don't think for themselves. They think in packs based off what other people find trendy, fashionable, or what's going on in the crowd. They don't think for themselves. That's dumbest shit ever, but that's just female nature for you. That's just how they are. So you ultimately have to have options. How do you do that? You have to keep yourself up. I know a lot of guys have kids, they're older. It's hard for them to go for a fucking run, hard for them to go to the gym. It's hard for them to do these things. So ultimately what happens is they let themselves go because they think it's okay. They listen to the bullshit that their wife or girlfriend tells them. Oh, no, babe, it's okay. You don't have to go to the gym or whatever. Like, you don't have to go for a run. You don't have to track your calories. You don't have to go vegan. Eat this pizza with me. Don't go to the gym. Stay home with me. It's okay. Pick up the kids. They don't believe that shit. Okay, because she may say she loves you, but they don't really mean that shit. Okay, as soon as you piss her off, or as soon as she creates a narrative in her head that it's okay for her to cheat, which women do that very often. When things are going bad, they'll convince themselves, create a narrative in their head where they believe it's actually okay to cheat, to go fuck somebody. And a lot of times when this happens, the guy that they go and fuck, he didn't just come out of anywhere. He's been there in the picture for a long time. She just had him hid. Yeah, they do that. Every woman, almost 95% of women have somebody in the picture right now as we speak, including your girl. She knows somebody, or she has a connection with someone who can at least introduce her to an option, that she can fuck if things hit the fan. I'm going to say it again right now as we speak. If you're listening to this video, I'm talking to you, bro. I'm talking to you. Every woman, including your girl, she either knows someone directly, personally, in her DMs on Facebook or whatever, or she has connections that can introduce her to options to fuck if shit hit the fan right now. If you were to tell your girl right now, hey, babe, it's over, I'm done, I want to focus on me, 9 times out of 10, depending on her attachment level to you, she may be hurt. But in reality, she will likely get over it way faster than you would get over her if she left you. And that's another thing. Women move on really fast because we live in a time and era, especially modern dating, is at an all-time high where women are just thirsted after by men pretty much everywhere. And I used to be one of those blue pill guys, so quote unquote, they call it blue pill, who was willing to pay for women and, you know, sort of just do all this blue pill beta shit, simp, until I found out the dark truth about their nature. So if you overinvest, that lets her know that you don't have options and you're not desirable as a man. And I know it sounds crazy because you would think that if you let your girl know that you have options, she would be less likely to emotionally attach to you, right? Because she will feel that you could leave her at any moment. That's the logical way of thinking of things. But that's not how they actually view it. You know, they respect it more when you have options because they know that if she doesn't act right or if shit hits the fan, you'll be okay. You know, but a lot of guys, man, nowadays, they're with their wives or their girlfriends, and most of the time this is the case. Women almost always have the more options than their husband, even if there's situations where the guy is significantly more attractive physically, makes more money than her. Simply because she has a vagina between her legs, women are gonna always have the more options, almost always. Because like I said this before, a woman who's cooked with a woman who has a Fat Albert type of body, a jelly donut, triple, quadruple, quarter pounder body, if she even has a decent face, it didn't even have to have a decent face, but, you know, she usually is going to have more options than a fit dude. Okay? I know that's fucking insane. That's just the unfortunate reality we're living in, man. That's just how it is. And you could blame people and guys who are thirsty and simps for hyping women's head up, because now women walking around with their nose poked up and they think that nobody is good enough for them and that they are God. In reality, they're not. And a lot of times these chicks get reality checked. Well, not a lot of times, but sometimes when they get reality checked, they'll run into that one high status dude who will refuse to kiss their ass, and then they get pissed off about it, and they're confused as to why, because they've been conditioned since they were 17, 16 years old that every guy wants them. You got to think, man. You got to think about it like women start getting flirted with way earlier than men start getting flirted with. You got to think about it. Women are born with value. Men, we have to, everything that a man needs to be considered high value in society, he has to work for through trial and error. He has to work for through trial and error. He has to work for it through fuck ups, getting fit, heartbreak, failure, betrayal, rejection, being ignored, it's a constant grind for a man to be, and not even just with dating, but just with success in life, losing money, blowing money, patience, time, all this shit that makes a man successful. It requires trial and error, time, patience, fuck ups, back to back to back, and not just once or twice, constant fuck ups before he gets to a point where he's pretty much considered high value. That takes a lot of time, whereas a woman, they don't have to really do any of that. They could just be 200 pounds overweight and post feet pics and make more money in a year than a guy would make working 80 hours. So that's not fair, but hey, you know, that's just the reality we live in. But anyways, going back directly to the topic, if you overinvest, it will fuck up everything. If you got something good for yourself, do not self-sabotage it. Me, I still self-sabotage sometimes. I have to catch myself. Self-sabotage, you have to just keep that thought in your head. Every time as a man you know that you're about to self-sabotage yourself, do not fucking do it, bro. Like, you know this bitch is not good for you. Do not tolerate disrespect. And that's another thing. That's self-sabotage. You tolerating disrespect from a female is self-fucking-sabotage. Like, and that's the thing. If you let her do it once, she'll do it again and again and again. And she'll just continue to raise the bar more and more and more. Because Women are now masculine more now than ever. They want to have their foot on your necks. They want to have a controlling relationship. You know, they want to have all the options while you have nothing. You have to comply to her. Man, fuck that shit. You don't got to do that. Unless you choose to. A lot of guys choose to. A lot of guys do it not knowing what's going on or the power dynamic that's psychologically being enforced by her. But a lot of guys just don't have the strength to walk away. And it's not easy, because once you get attached to someone and you fall for this narrative that most guys fall for this bullshit narrative, they really believe. It's so many guys out here, dude, I cannot fucking explain to you. A lot of guys out here really believe this bullshit that their girl is going to love them unconditionally till death, when they don't even understand that it's not in her DNA to even love you conditionally at all. Whereas to men, you could find the worst of the worst guy, woman abuser, rapist, pedophile, whatever. He is more likely to be able to love someone genuinely than a woman can. No woman is capable of loving anybody genuinely. I don't hate them for this, and you should neither, but it's important that you know how they are. You accept it and you learn from it and move accordingly, so you won't have to have a life that's fucked up. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like, you use this red pill information not to hate them, but you use this to move accordingly, so you won't have to keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. It is, trust me, it gets worse and worse with this red pill shit. Because once I came across it, I didn't really want to believe that this shit was true. But it's definitely fucking true. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I mean, you want to find a balance. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once again, I'm not bringing this information to you guys to make you guys hate women. But this shit is definitely true on so many fucking different levels and so many different aspects. I'm not telling you guys this shit to hate women. I'm telling you guys this shit so you can not get your heart broken, not get cheated on again, not waste your money, not blow your money, and focus on yourself. And that's another thing too, bro. If you focus on yourself, your life will be a lot less lonely. You'll feel much better about yourself. It may be lonely at first because society has conditioned you and programmed you to believe just because it's summertime, you shouldn't be locked in. You should be somewhere blowing your money on a girl who likely has 10 other dudes in her DM, and you're likely her fifth option. I'm going to tell you something like this. If you're overweight, you don't have a Ferrari, you have no status, you have nothing going on for you, and you're not rich, you are like her sixth option, bro. Not even. You're not even in her top 10. Probably not even her top 20. Okay, I'm going to just put it like that. I'm going to say it again. If you're a guy, you don't have a type of sports car, you don't have any status, you don't have any looks, like, especially if you're overweight, you're cooked. I'm going to do a video on that another time. But if you're overweight, you are cooked in 2026 as a man, because you are not a fucking woman who can just be overweight and it's okay. Like, a lot of overweight chicks, it's accepted because they're female. Men, you cannot afford to be overweight, bro. Don't listen to this shit about being a dad bod and women like Kai's cuddly. That's bullshit. They like that for the comfort because they don't want you to have more options than them. But is it really genuine burning desire? No, it's not. Do not believe it. If you believe that shit, you are fucking yourself in the ass with a dildo as a man, because you are believing that the bullshit narrative that it's okay to be fat. And it's not, bro. As a man, it's not. It's really not okay to be fat as a woman either. But especially as a man, you're not going to get away with it. People just will look down upon you. They may act like they respect you, but only to a certain extent. I'm telling you. Especially with females. Because there's a lot of overweight females themselves who will refuse to date a big guy. You know, I used to be a chubby chaser. And these girls used to tell me that they are not into big guys themselves, while inherently being a big girl. That goes to show you that a woman's dating standards is extremely, incredibly high compared to what they actually deserve to have in life. If you look at what men can get, right, in the dating market, as a man, you only get what exactly is on your level. And the more you self-improve, no matter your race, no matter your fucking height, no matter where you are in life, the more you lock in and self-improve and improve yourself, the more options you will begin to get. the more women that who wouldn't have went for you before will start and begin to go for you, and they will become attracted to you, right? For women, this is not the case. They can just be the lowest version of themselves and pretty much get whoever they want. Well, a lot of times, pretty much whoever they want, not exactly who they want. Because another thing, too, is that most women are chasing the same dude, the top 1%ers, you know? But the problem is the top 1%ers only want top 1% of women, you know? But that's a conversation for another time. Going back to the topic, over-investing will drain you, will lose sleep. I can't tell you how many times. I've done it about 8 or 9 times. And it really takes a lot of heartbreak for you to really get it through your head that you cannot overinvest in a woman. It will throw you off your grind. And not only does it do that, it fucks your mental up to the point where it makes you think differently about life in a false reality. It makes you live in a fantasy land. Once you fall in love with a girl, you begin to think nothing else matters. It's okay that I only got $100 in my bank account. It's okay that I only got $16 in my bank account. I'm going to spend this last $20 on a movie date with her. And I don't care if I have $0 in there because I'm so attached to this disrespectful bitch who probably cheated on you that I'm spending time with her. That's the only thing that matters is her. She becomes your everything. That's over investing, bro, because you're broke as fuck. She knows you're broke as fuck and you're spending that on her. You may think she think it's cute, but trust me, she will much rather respect and genuinely be attracted to a dude who has his shit together than a dude who's spending his last on her when she has been constantly disrespecting him. But this is just the harsh reality that a lot of men live in. And it takes not one heartbreak, not two, not three. Well, depending on the guy, because some dudes it takes to take one bad heartbreak and that they say they just complete red pill from that point on. But for me, it took me about 7 to 8 times because each and every time I knew about the red pill theory, I got heartbroken. I would say, okay, I'm healed. It's been 6 months. Let me give a relationship another shot. Let me give it another shot. And every time they say all women aren't the same, but every time it's been pattern recognition. There's been fucking pattern recognition with, okay, they say the red pill is not real, but how come each and every time, young and old, Latina, white, black, Asian, Indian, fucking, it doesn't matter. The color or race of the woman. All women are hardwired with the same coding. So when they say all women are not the same, they are specific. Yeah, you're right. They are all not the same. Every woman doesn't like the same food or same color or want to drive the same car. But as far as personality traits hardwired into their DNA, yeah, they are all the same as far as they are all hardwired to think the same way. Does that mean they all will act on it? No, it doesn't mean they all will act on it. But a lot of dumb fucks out here will say, oh, all women are not the same. No, all women are not all the same. But biologically, there are certain character traits in their DNA that's inevitable to show up. Same thing with men, me included. There are certain hardwired traits about men that are inevitable to show up. We are created to build, leave a legacy, shit like that. There are certain hardwired traits for men to show up. Okay? But overinvesting into a female is not good, because it fucks with your perception and reality of life. It distracts you. Okay? It drains your sleep. I can't tell you how many times I've been with a bitch that, and I think a lot of times this comes from when you know you're not on your shit as a man, you are paranoid. You know what that is? You know what that comes from? You don't trust her. You're paranoid. You become possessive. That comes from, one, deep down you're red pill aware, but you're involved in a relationship that you know the red pill theory warns you about. So you add those two together, you're red pill aware, but you're doing something anyway. That's why you get possessive. That's why you get worried. That's why you can't sleep. That's why you don't trust her, because you know this shit subconsciously. All of this shit is subconsciously. You see it happening, but you don't have the strength to walk away because you're too attached. Also, you want to be in this weak ass, bitch ass, pussy mentality of maybe it'll get better. And then you you let her talk you into believing, you know, that it's not true, when in reality, you know it is, you know. But over investing, bro, it just in a female will fuck up and trickle down into areas that you think, like a lot of guys think over investing into a female can only fuck up the relationship. No, it can fuck up every aspect of your life, your mental health, your physical health, you know, especially your mental health. You know how many dudes killed themselves over a female because the female decided just out of nowhere she don't want to be with them no more. You know how many dudes fell off in life, lost their jobs, their businesses, their money over a female? You know how many dudes right now, as we fucking speak, are suffering over a relationship that probably ended 3-4 years ago because a woman crushed their fucking soul, left them, did them dirty for no reason? And that's the thing about women too. They don't care. They don't have empathy. And a lot of guys, and this is another thing about the blue pill and red pill. When you're blue pill, you really believe that your girl will have some type of empathy when she gets tired, bored, or finds another guy. Women don't see empathy. They can't. Okay? You got to remember, they're conditional creatures, and they're creatures that act off their emotions in that very moment. Therefore, you add those two together, it's pretty hard for them to feel empathy because they don't remember all the shit you've done for them. And sometimes they do. They just still don't give a fuck. They don't remember all the stuff you've done for them. They don't remember, you know, all the nights you sacrificed to take care of you guys as kids, to pay the mortgage on the house, the rent. A lot of times they don't remember this shit. So they ultimately just go off how they feel in the moment. Oh, I found another better option, I'm leaving. Okay? When she said, oh, I would never cheat on you, I always love you, they probably mean that shit in that very moment. You know, when she says, I'll never cheat on you, I'll never love you, just know this. And there's another thing. Whenever a woman tells you something, take it for in that moment. Don't take it as that's how she feels overall. Even though they may try to act like that's how they feel overall, they mean that in that moment. She loves me in this moment. I'm handsome to her in this moment. Okay? She's loyal to me in this moment. Because I guarantee you, women are hypergamous by nature. When she meets that guy that she views as higher status than you or better than you, in that moment, if he is able to trigger certain emotions in that moment, he can probably fuck her in that moment. You have to catch, I believe every woman, if not most, okay, I'm not going to say every, I believe almost every woman, or the majority of women, is capable of cheating in certain moments if you caught them in the right moment, you had the right words to say, and it was the right guy, especially physically. If he's her type physically, that just increases the odds even more, or the chances even more. This is a lot of things. This is a lot of shit a lot of blue pill guys think. Or not even blue pill guys, but dudes in general who have this misconception that their wife is just so loyal to them. And maybe they have the right to think that because a lot of times these women have not showed the signs to them that she's capable of doing otherwise, or that she's a 304. Well, a lot of times these women do show signs that she's a 304. But if you're not red pill aware, you wouldn't be able to tell what the signs are to begin with. So a lot of times these guys be like, oh, my girl wouldn't do it. Bro, listen. If fucking Will Smith, who's a top 1% guy, you see all these top 1% guys from artists, rappers, athletes, actors, all get cheated on, all get left. So what the fuck makes you think it can't happen to you, you fucking regular 9-to-5 worker? It can happen to you too. It can happen to anybody. Look at Will Smith. Look at Tom Brady. I could go on and on. Rappers who killed themselves over females. This shit, no man is safe. If you're not red pill aware, if you're not aware of female nature, this shit can happen to anybody. Like, you're not fucking off limits. Like, nigga, this shit can happen to anybody, you know? But a lot of guys don't understand that. That's why I say never overinvest into a female. And another thing too, if you ever overinvest to the point that, you're putting her before your purpose, you're very fucking cooked. I think a lot of blue pill, excuse me, a lot of blue pill shit wants men to believe that investing too much, I put my girl first, I'm a real man, I put her before my purpose. Shut the fuck up, you dumbass. Shut the fuck up, you dumbass fuck. You dumb as fuck. Like, because if you think that that's cute to her, it's not. It's not. Every woman wants a dude on his purpose more than he values her. If you start to value her more, she'll just start to disrespect you more. She'll know she has all the power. Once she knows that shit, you're cooked, dude. You're fucking cooked. I see so many fucking dudes out here. And I used to be one of them included. Because that's what we're programmed in society. As men, we're programmed to put ourselves last. Everybody else has to go first. While inherently being undervalued, overworked, and really nobody gives a fuck about our problems. I'm going to do another video on that too. As men, we're socially programmed that we have to give our whole life up to a woman. We have to pursue her, put all the effort in to get her, while she gives little to no effort back unless she chooses to. And we have to basically just give everything up and be sort of this emotionless creature who feels no sadness and just strong all the time. Fuck our feelings, do all the hard work when she doesn't feel like it, but wants to be us, wants to be a man at the same time, but doesn't want to appreciate the shit we do for them and walk around and say they don't need us when they do need us. It's fucking insane. But anyways, back to the topic. Never invest in that way either. Never invest in the way where you're putting her before your purpose. Because as soon as you do that shit, you're cooked. You're fucking cooked, dude. Because literally, in 2026, a man with no purpose is a zombie. A man with no purpose is a dead man walking. You're not really living life. You're living her life. You're living a life she wants you to live. You're really living a life that all your haters want you to live and the entire world wants you to live when you have no purpose. Live for yourself. Live for your own purpose. Make yourself happy. And that's how you're going to keep her happy, if you make yourself happy. Okay? Don't try to make her happy all the fucking time. Try to make yourself happy before you make her happy. Because if you try to make her happy and you're never happy, the relationship won't be happy. I'm going to say that again. If you try to make her happy before you make yourself happy, the relationship ultimately won't be fucking happy. It won't, okay? So this is just a quick, short video as to why overinvesting into a marriage or a female is never going to work out in your favor. It's almost going to always fuck up at the end at some point. Overinvesting, okay? Now, if she's showing you love and respect and true loyalty, and it's clear and obvious, you still shouldn't 100% trust it, but you give exactly what she gives. Too many fucking times in modern society is she giving 20% and the men are giving 80%. She's giving 50, he's giving 110. She's giving 100, he's giving 800. Don't fucking do that shit. Don't be that guy, man, because I used to be that dude. That shit's just gonna make you tired. You feel dehumanized when you do that shit. You feel like you're a second-class citizen or something when you're giving 90% effort and she's giving fucking 10? She's giving 1% of respect, 1% of physical affection. Bro, get the fuck out of here. And all you leftists and feminists can suck my dick, because honestly, I'm spitting number facts, you know? And you know I'm spitting number. This shit's killing men, bro. This shit's killing men, literally. Like, the suicide rate for men is through the roof. But I'm going to do another video of why nobody cares about your problems as a man in society. I'm also going to do another video stressing the importance of being fit as a man. I think I did one already, but I'm going to get more into the specifics of it. But yeah, man, this is just a quick, short video of why you should not overinvest into a female and why that shit's always going to end up bad. Until next time, peace out, man.